Add
Oh, if it
formula.
has a beginning and ending,
The problem you're going to run into with the formula, let's see if I can find another flow field here.
so there should be like a credit and a debit amount, right?
Yep.
So, and then
Let's
let's
grab
get the
that.
difference.
Okay,
Can we do that?
so let's do the amount. Okay, so let's take that out. So the limitation is, in order to use it in a formula, I have to include it, and I
That's
can't
per
hide it.
document okay, so
Right?
it
Yeah.
may or may not have.
Yeah, this probably won't have it. If let's remember that. Let's start with our GL entry table, right? That'll have credits and debits in there. Okay. So our flow field, our GL entry, we've got, even this will be, let's start with our master table here. Yeah. GL account, because that'll have credits and debits in there. Okay, so give me the account number, or it's just number. Okay. My flow fields of credit amount and debit amount. So this account, here's the credits, here's the debits, we should have different values there. So I can come in and I can add a formula.
Yes.
Type at to reference another column, so at credit amount times at debit amount, or you know what, we want to find the difference, so let's take that out, my square bracket back in. And so now I've got a formula, I can, difference of credit debits. I run this. And so now I've got the difference between those two. So yeah, the only limitation with the formulas is you have to include the fields within the table builder in order to reference them. And then it just builds that calculation. Right? It looks at, give me this field and the table for each line. So yeah, you could do that. Now, you can't get too fancy if you don't have access to it, or if it's everything's a flat number, right? I could technically say, you know, this functionality, this credits and debits, wherever you are, my formula, I want to take my credits and multiply it by 1,000. I could do that. But I couldn't get super fancy and reference something that exists in another table that I didn't bring in or can't connect to, or another cell is the only other problem. Like I couldn't reference a cell out here in B2. As far as I
Right.
know. It has to exist within the table space.
And so we can refresh this at any point.
Yep, I could refresh this and then it will pull up, you know, whatever those credits and debits are for right now and the difference. And
That is really slick.
so,
I like this.
I do too.
Oh, I'm so glad that you
See,
mentioned this.
that, honestly, when you teach a class, you should start here and then go, all right, guys, but this is what you have to do.
No, but it's,
You're gonna find, I mean, I go to the
very
message
neat,
board,
I mean,
yeah, I
serious.
go to the message boards a lot, and I see people saying, I'm trying to build this report that does this, and I, you know, unfortunately I say, table builder won't do that for you. It has its limitations. There's only so many things that it can do, so. But it is a very powerful tool. If you build and use tables a lot, do data dumps a lot, right?
Yeah.
This is a great way of going about doing it. And then I use this as well when I'm trying to see why a client's numbers are wrong. Why is my number different? Well, let me pull in that table and then I can filter down. Well, what did we filter on? We filtered on this one account. Okay. And then we filtered on this city. And then I'm looking at the records and I'm like, well, why isn't this one included? Or why is this one included? And they're like, oh, well, that's garbage. It's not supposed to be there. And I say, well, okay, well, we need a way to exclude that or include that. And so that helps me kind of go through and determine what's going on with a function. So it is a great tool. It's, of our wizards, it's the one I do recommend. The report wizard is good for really, really, really basic reports.
Okay, and so we name that table and then we can do pivot tables off of it.
Yeah, if you use the table builder, it automatically gives it a table name. You don't even have to
Okay.
worry about it.
That's so cool.
So then we can just.
That's why I always say, you know, don't use the NL table, just use the table builder. Even if you're pulling from one table, it's a lot easier to just select, bing, bing,
Awesome.
bing, bing,
Yeah, from my
reorganize it. if you use the NL table, we have to do that thing where I have to scroll down, control click, and then I can't move my pieces around at all. So the table builder is very quick, very easy for that kind of stuff.
So this would be a good example. I mean, from my world, this would be, like a very simple table would be in tons. Like, how much we produced today? You could put it in this. So
Yes,
that's
as
awesome.
long as you can get, yeah,
Yeah, they don't go through all of it. This is cool. Okay.
so.
Yeah, for a lot of the stuff that I do, this will be the quickest, and then you just filter.
And simplest, exactly. And then you can even pivot from there, and you can get trending data and build a chart. That's cool.
Yep.
I don't want to be the negative guy here. Let you
Again.
lead off this thing. But I do want us to all think a little bit outside the box in comparison. Because we are so used to just getting data dumps basically from all of our systems. So now we're going to have much more powerful. I don't want to just, it's cool. It's trust me, it's slick, it's easy. Hell, a lot better than what we have right now. But do you want to produce something different
Oh,
than
I'm
just
just
get
saying,
data
if I
points?
need to produce something like that for somebody, this would be awesome.
Sure, yeah.